It seems we have another backstage uproar, this time from Sagat. Sagat is upset because he won the match at NoDQ CAW's main event, but he wasn't the one that was pinned in tonight's match. Hopefully we'll have more on this story later on, but right now, it's all about the NoDQ World title. In just a few moments, Spider-Man will challenge Frankenstein for the title inside a Hell in a Cell. Frankenstein defeated Spider-Man in the finals of the 2006 NoDQ CAW Cup to capture the NoDQ World title. However, the outcome might have been different had it not been for the Joker's outside interference. Tonight, the Hell in a Cell serves a purpose. There will be no outside interference, and there will be a decisive winner. Frankenstein is a living nightmare with no heart. But Spider-Man has more than enough heart to overcome his nightmares. This is it, the NoDQ World title up for grabs inside the Hell in a Cell. Spider-Man versus Frankenstein, David versus Goliath. This match is between two amazing athletes, in very different ways I might add. Spider-Man, he is a high flyer and a risk taker. Frankenstein, he's got the strength. He's got the ruthless aggression. And wait a minute, Spider-Man flips over the top on the Frankenstein. These guys taking it to the outside early. Spider-Man with that springboard backflip onto the living nightmare. And Spider-Man stomping away. Spider-Man using his high flying abilities to take the big man down. But wait a minute. Spider-Man, was he going for a suplex there? I don't know what Spider-Man was thinking. And Frankenstein just suplexed Spider-Man literally onto that ring apron. But Spider-Man, he's back up to his feet with that running bulldog. Spider-Man now, he went for the legs. But Frankenstein able to counter. And Frankenstein with that running neck breaker. Spider-Man with a kick to the chest. What's he doing here? Spider-Man climbing up the inside of the cell. But wait a minute. I don't think Frankenstein knows where Spider-Man is. Spider-Man! He just jumped on the Frankenstein while Frankenstein was still on top. Halfway up that cell. Spider-Man. You know, earlier tonight we saw Las Vegas Slink outsmart Ganondorf. Spider-Man possibly taking a page out of Las Vegas Slink's playbook. Spider-Man, he cannot measure up to Frankenstein's power, but he can outsmart the big man. Now wait a minute, Frankenstein just threw Spider-Man right through that cell wall. These guys now, what's going to happen here? The cell wall broken, and there's a powerbomb by Frankenstein, the NoDQ World Champion. Frankenstein now just tossing Spider-Man around like Spider-Man's a rag doll. Spider-Man now climbing up the cell. Spider-Man up on top of the cell. Frankenstein now up. Spider-Man, he goes right after Frankenstein. Frankenstein with that clothesline. Spider-Man almost off. Spider-Man, Frankenstein hanging on for dear life there. Spider-Man, what's he gonna do here? He went for a punch, I believe, but Frankenstein able to block it. Spider-Man now. He's in a lot of trouble here. Frankenstein, he just chokes the life right out of the webmaster. We've said it before, Spider-Man, he is the underdog. He's the people that guys tend to underestimate. Frankenstein now with that German suplex. And Spider-Man, very luckily for him, he did not go through that cell, that top cell wall. Frankenstein now, he sends Spider-Man onto the other side, of Spider-Man desperately trying to hang on here. He's hanging on for dear life. That's about a 30-foot fall. Spider-Man now with that double axe handle. Spider-Man, he goes to do something for Frankenstein with that running neck breaker. Frankenstein now, he's got Spider-Man. And another German suplex. Spider-Man in a lot of trouble here. Frankenstein, what's he gonna do here? He's got Spider-Man. Wait a minute. Frankenstein! He just threw Spider-Man off the Hell in a Cell through a table. Spider-Man, he is not moving. Spider-Man is down and out. All Frankenstein has to do is throw Spider-Man back into the ring and pin him. Unbelievable. Spider-Man. This is it. Frankenstein is still the NoDQ World Champion, but no! Spider-Man somehow kicked out of that. How did Spider-Man get it in him to kick out of that? Any normal person would have been finished after that. Frankenstein now. He's got Spider-Man back on the outside. Spider-Man, just when you think he's down and out, he comes back. He's got so much heart, so much desire. Spider-Man now, he throws Frankenstein on top of the table. Spider-Man now, what's he doing here? Spider-Man climbing back up. Spider-Man with that Hurricane Rana from the top of the cell. Now that was impressive. But Spider-Man, he just collapsed. The impact of that move, it took every last bit of energy Spider-Man had. And Spider-Man just collapsed. Spider-Man back up to his feet though. He's going up again. What is Spider-Man thinking here? Spider-Man with that frog splash. And he just sent Frankenstein off the table. What is Spider-Man? Where is he getting this from? What's he doing now? He's going back up a third time. Spider-Man, don't press your luck too much. What are you thinking here, Spider-Man? He's got so much heart. And there he goes again. He took Frankenstein down a third time from the top of that cell. Spider-Man, sometimes he has more heart than brains. But Spider-Man, his high risks, they paid off. Frankenstein, he is in major trouble here. Spider-Man, he should throw Frankenstein back into the ring. But wait a minute, Frankenstein, he's not done yet. Frankenstein, he's got that bear hug, draining whatever energy Spider-Man may have left in him. Could you hear that? The back of Spider-Man tracking there. And Frankenstein with that clothesline. Sending now. Frankenstein sending Spider-Man into that cell. Spider-Man now. He picks up Frankenstein. Both of these guys, they've taken a tremendous amount of punishment in this matchup. My voice has taken a lot of punishment here tonight. Frankenstein now sends Spider-Man into that cell wall, followed by a clothesline. Again, Frankenstein, and a third time, and that cell wall just collapses. You're not going to see action like this anywhere else but NoDQ CAW. This is where the action is. Spider-Man now with that submission maneuver. I don't even know what it's called. I guess we could call it the Spidey submission. Spider-Man with the Spidey sense. The Spidey sense onto Frankenstein right on top of that ramp. Frankenstein, he's just about out of it. Where's Spider-Man going? Where is he going? What is he doing here? Spider-Man climbing the cage. Wait a minute. What is Spider-Man thinking here? You can't reach him that far. What are you doing, Spider-Man? What are you doing? Spider-Man! He connected with it! Spider-Man with that flying frog splash halfway across the arena. I am not believing what I just saw. How did Spider-Man reach Frankenstein? How did he get it in him to go that far? Spider-Man literally flying through the air there. I am losing it. I am just losing my mind here. That was one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen in NoDQ CAW. But this match, it's still not over. Spider-Man climbing up again with Frankenstein right on his tail here. These two guys, who is going to prevail here? All I know is there's only one place to go, and that's down. Frankenstein now, with that Nelson slam on the Spider-Man. The top of the cell, it does not have much give. I'm very concerned here for the well-being of both of these guys. This is not a safe place to be. Spider-Man now hanging on once again for dear life. Frankenstein trying to knock Spider-Man off. If Spider-Man goes off, that could very well be the end of this matchup. They might just have to stop this match. Frankenstein now, what's he gonna do here? Spider-Man with that big boot. It says in Frankenstein, my bad. Frankenstein, he picks up Spider-Man with that double axe handle on the Spider-Man. Spider-Man goes off. He just fell off the Hell in a Cell, and Frankenstein taunting the crowd. Stop the match, referee. Enough is enough. How much more can Spider-Man take? Spider-Man thrown into that cell wall again and again. Come on. Enough is enough. Just stop the match already. Frankenstein now climbing up the cell again. What's he doing here? A flying elbow, but he missed. Frankenstein missed with that flying elbow. How is Spider-Man still on his feet? Both of these guys climbing up again. This match, I don't know how either of these guys have been able to withstand this punishment and still be on their feet. You're witnessing history right here. This has got to be one of the greatest matches in NoDQ CAW history, and that covers a lot of ground. But I've never seen a match where two guys take so much punishment and just keep on coming back. Spider-Man with a double axe handle smash onto Frankenstein. Come on, Spider-Man, you can do it. The title is in Spider-Man's grasp here. But no, Frankenstein, he picks up Spider-Man. This does not look good. This does not look good. A club to the back by Frankenstein. Spider-Man counters the Webmaster. Does he have any more energy in him? Does he have one more drain of energy to finish off Frankenstein? I'm afraid. What's going to happen here? Wait a minute. Frankenstein blocks it. Frankenstein. No. The Monster Bomb. The Monster Bomb. He connects with it. Both guys through the cell. Frankenstein with the Monster Bomb. Spider-Man not moving. Frankenstein wins the cover. And it's over. It is over mercifully. Frankenstein, the living nightmare, retains the NoDQ World title. But you have to give Spider-Man all the credit in the world. Spider-Man, he gave it every single bit of blood, of heart. Something I've never seen in NoDQ CAW. After 2 years, Spider-Man showed everybody that he is a true champion, and even in defeat, Spider-Man came out as a champion. Look at this. Have you ever seen anything like that before? Spider-Man, look at this. Look at the punishment. Falling face first, all the way down to the bottom. 30-foot drop right there. And then the monster bomb. The final nail in the coffin for Spider-Man. Well, that about wraps it up for No DQ Box Office Smash.